and I'm Aidan Sheridan. I've been thinking of joining a band for probably 2 or 3 years, but didn't have the confidence or the guts to actually say it out loud. I had a holiday 2 years ago where I fell out of a canoe, had an amazing epiphany of how that was really good fun. And I thought, I'll start a band.
I think about life and I think about death. And you the one particularly appears to me. And when the day comes when I feel a natural emotion, oh there's such a shock of floating light in the middle of the street, and I'm lying down and
We're not singing about Beatles or nothing like that, mate, you know.
I look bloody awful today.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Frankly, Mr. Shankly, this position I've held, it pays my way, but corrodes my soul. I want to leave, you will not miss me. I want to go down in musical history. Frankly, Mr. Shankly, I'm a sickening wreck. I've got the 21st century breathing down my neck. I must move fast. Do you understand me? I want to go down in musical history. Shankly. Oh yeah, so start with you.
I'm Steve. I'm the drummer of 4 weeks. I've been a lifelong fan of Smiths forever, and I finally found a band that I can play the songs with at last. So for myself, it's just a real treat to dip into a huge body of work, of recorded work, and actually make the songs come alive with it. So it's a fantastic thing for me. I look forward to playing it this evening, a bit later on, with the public.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Matt. I'm the bassist. Similarly, a lifelong Smiths fan, and it's being able to like appreciate the songs in a whole new way, and actually learning just how much goes into them from the other side. It's really a labour of love, and looking forward to many more gigs to come.
So I'm Mathieu. I'm a guitarist. So I joined the band, I think, on my first day arriving in London, almost. Met Aidan about a week afterwards, and took on the challenge to progressive guitar originally. So it was quite candid originally. You'll take, a couple of Johnny Marr classes, trying to progress, and realize how hard it was, and still learning.
But all your life, you've looked like Morrissey, obviously, and for better or worse. I think, can you say a couple of your girlfriends came about purely because of Morrissey?
Yeah. I was around about the time when Morrissey released his book. I was sitting in a riverboat with my girlfriend at the time, and I opened up, and I appreciated Morrissey. I was just taking the piss. I said, "What an idiot, eh?" And she threw me out of the riverboat. She literally never spoke to me again. And it was because I was her walking, talking look-alike. And I just insulted the reason I was in the room. No, it's killing me. So I went to art college, and from there I re-engineered how I looked, everything. I was a goth, kind of a punk goth. At school we had the mods, heavy rock, and then we had new romantic and all that. We had everything. But I kind of bounced off all of them, found really goth and punk, and it's my thing. And I actually bought, out of all my friends, the first big old long coat, like Yorkshire tweed, and I bought a pair of pigskin gloves. And I used to wear trilby quite a lot at art college. And then I had this long, spiky haircut, like a massive rockabilly.
Did you know?
Yeah. And there was rockabilly clubs all over Birmingham. It's an amazing time for music. But the Smiths was the music that I used to like the most. And I made I actually made shirts, swashbuckling action shirts for all my friends and me. And we'd go around with these big goth shirts, and we'd go to this club called the Smiths, and we worked out early that being shy was really stupid, because you did nothing with life if you were shy. We're working, boss.
What about?
And sometimes I think, was it me or Morrissey who came first? And he's 4 years older than me, so he has to claim that he came first. But I had the rockabilly haircut, and then I had to cut it off for my first job. I literally had to sever the spike, and that's what I ended up with, like this. And I know a guy at Goldsmiths where I work at university, and I shaved my head really tight one day to amputate the likeness of us both. And he comes up to me and says, "Aidan, nice haircut, you look like Morrissey." I'll never escape that. It was going on for years. I was quite angry. Because I also thought, are women going for me because I look like Morrissey? And I thought, well, it's okay. Lily invited her. She's fault, it's her fault. Or you can thank her. But sometimes I thought, but am I? You know, it's that one word. Do you love me for who I am, or because I look like Morrissey?
But who are you?
I'm Morrissey. I was watching a black guy getting arrested by about 8 policemen once in New Cross. And this guy comes up to me, is literally on the railing, both watching this terrible scene. And he goes, "Hey Morrissey, what are you doing in New Cross?" I'm watching that guy getting arrested. Yes. And he says, "Do you want to go for a drink?" And I went, "Yeah, let's go for a drink." And I said, "I'm not Morrissey."
seen me before I was vegan. Now it's a monster. I can turn my life around. And it's all thanks
to this magazine.
to this magazine. Which this week has an extract of the Vegan 100
with a hipster on the cover,
yeah,
just
it's
making more trendy.
Hipster vegan recipe book. They do look amazing.
Featuring quinoa and butternut squash.
Can you see this? A vegan Easter egg made out like it's like basically a vegan shortbread in a vegan. Well, it's like a cabbage cream egg painted gold. I mean,
does it get more rock and roll than that?
Exactly.
How creative is it?
I mean, literally every time this arrives, I get so excited. And I just like flick it, and like every page, I am like making orgasm sounds, and like my ex-girlfriend was like, "What now?" Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I mean, I wouldn't treat tributes as any differently to other bands in the way that I would mercilessly pick apart any gig I go to.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't treat tribute bands differently, but you judge a live band
Yeah.
by the fact that they are playing live, not recorded.
Well, it depends if there's a good reason for it.
Well,
I don't know, I mean...
for me, the house is now wailing sound is a good reason not to
No, I think... I think the fact that Aidan has his hands free means we shouldn't be resorting to that.
No, I mean, it's fine the way we play it. I'm just saying it could be justified. I don't have as much a hard opinion as you do on loopers and recorded stuff.
Well, I mean, also, if you create the loop in front of them, then it's fine. I mean, I think if anything, we would loop the tremolo part, and that way it played throughout. Because on like the record of How Soon Is Now, it even plays during the chorus, I believe.
He does.
Yeah.
There's at least 2 guitars in there. One of the many nightmares of being the guitarist when there are so many recorded guitars on the record, and you only have one guitar in your hand.
Yeah.
You have to make it happen.
Are you saying something, Aidan?
Yeah, we can't hear you, mate.
You go and translate.
Sorry, didn't quite hear that.
Sit here, show me the way
Oh yeah, okay.
from the dual carriageway to Simcoe. It's the tour bus. We can only go about 65. But the thing is, the idea was we do the gig, we all get drunk, we have the equipment with us, we can't leave the equipment at the venue, so the equipment goes up here and we sleep in the back. Not tried it yet. We'll see what happens. Every band has to have a van. I mean, this is slightly hybrid in terms of the band culture. We've got ourselves a home and a van. I have ambitions to just go touring around Europe though as well when I get disaffected and when my fans reject me, I'll just go to Europe and live on the road, you know. Lick my wounds. Is this our turn up?
Yes.
It's quite good fun being a trucker too. I'm sure Morrissey would like to be a trucker. It's one of his ambitions, I'm sure. No, I'm getting up here, aren't I?
Yeah, that's right.
I keep getting the window wipers wrong. Found the horn. It's all coming together now.
I'll start directing you.
This is a much better route than I found the other day.
And then first left.
Just there.
Yeah.
So Steve made the introduction, and then basically Steve didn't want to travel very far to see us. So he's going to be here literally 10 minutes down the road from where he lives. And actually Julie, who runs the Iron Horse, didn't really know or think much of the Smiths, and basically she's taking a risk. So we'll see what happens.
Do you convert her?
I think she'll be converted to the music because she criticises Panic as being like a horrible song that she doesn't like. So we're going to play that as part of the encore if we get one. And so she'll only hear the one she doesn't like at the end. And by then she'll have heard all the other stuff that I'm sure, like everyone else who listens to the Smiths music, who've not really listened to anything other than the Radio 1 playlist, they suddenly go, wow, it's like completely different to what I expected. And suddenly they like it.
Right. So, yeah, we'll probably murder a few this evening.
Yeah.
Expect that.
Is that guaranteed?
It's a guarantee. It's the guaranteed Stem of
pick a song you'd like us to murder. Just
Yeah.
take your requests. Yeah.
Jones is his murder.
Yeah.
Tribute is murder.
Do you find that one of the more satisfying things, like converting people to?
It's been a very short time, but yeah, in some respects, because I like the music so much. I know it. I know that, as I said before, it's all about. Sometimes it's commentary, isn't it? It's almost social commentary from someone who's not had the best experience of society. But we all have those days, and we all experience the things that those songs talk about. And actually, you have empathy with it, but it's also beautiful music. And the one thing about live bands that I find difficult is that they play the same music virtually with different lyrics all the way through, and you kind of go, oh, I've heard 3 songs now and they all seem the same. Whereas when you look at the Smiths, tempo changes, everything changes. And I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not just me, but I think there are multiple facets to the music, and it's not boring. Certainly since I've started to learn it. It's funny because they give me a song and I come back the next week saying that's my favourite song now, and it's always like that's my favourite song now. It's nothing to do with it. It's like they're all my favourite songs. They've all got particular merit. Where do we go now?
Left here.
Well, I kind of like Russian Ruffians. Probably one of my favourites, long-standing. It's probably the most difficult. I had a lot of trouble with the timings, and I still have a little bit of trouble, but it doesn't really matter because it's such a rolling kind of song. And the boys, whenever I miss something, they just keep going and wait for me to catch up. And so, but it's really good with a bit of Elvis in there. It's a lot of fun. Which is kind of what we're all after here. Everyone in the room tonight will be after a bit of fun, and I think that's what we're trying to maximise. Is we're not going for pretentious Smiths. I think we want to be engaging, personal, and amongst all, like we are fans with the fans singing the music they want to hear. And I didn't know all that before I started. I just thought I'd start a band singing Smiths music. It's all been a massive revelation, everything, including waking up in the morning singing a song and thinking, have I gone mad? I'm going to actually just, that's probably the door there, isn't it? So I'm going to park outside the door with the band, band. We're here. And I think that's Steve. There we go. Time to gig.
crooked old world. Starving in the belly, starving in the belly, starving in the belly of a whale. Oh, you're starving in the belly, starving in the belly, starving in the belly of a whale. Don't take my word, just look skyward. Pay the dance must pay the fiddler. Sky is darkening, dogs are barking, but the caravan moves on. You tell me who gives a good goddamn? You never get out alive. Don't go dreaming, don't go scheming. A man must test his metal in the crooked old world. Starving in the belly, starving in the belly, starving in the belly of a whale. Oh, we're starving in the belly, starving in the belly, starving in the belly of a whale.
If I was to put a tattoo on my neck, what would it be? What's my tattoo? What do you think my tattoo should be tonight? The word.
Oh yeah, what did we have last time? I don't know what the options?
Oh well, that's it. There's nothing.
Pain.
Pain. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. Very good. I think it's the old wondering if we could do it again, because we've only done it so many times, and it's a question of can you repeat something that you thought you got away with the last time. So it's going to be one of those moments of truth. Have we improved, or I don't know. You know, it's live, and we're amateurs. We got day jobs, and it's going to be interesting to see if we can put it off tonight. 2 hours. We've never done 2 hours before, so we're singing some new songs for the first time publicly. It'll be fun. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't reveal.
Oh, not that yet, but I'll reveal sort of
Where is it at?
And why pain?
It's what the crowd are going to feel when I start singing.
How are you feeling?
Nervous now.
Yeah?
Well, seeing all the people up, haven't played a single song, so it's gonna be, how do you call that? When you're doing a crash test or with no safety net, or I don't have the words in English. But it's basically jumping with no safety net. You just jump.
Smiths were absolutely brilliant. Last weekend I went to see a Smith tribute on the Isle of Wight, the SMYTHS Smiths, and they're really good, and they're playing something like 2,000 people. The Smiths, there's nothing like the Smiths. Morrissey was amazing. It will never recapture, they'll never sort of get the Smiths back together again, and because of that, bands like this will be phenomenal for years to come.
How do you think of the tribute band?
No, they were good actually, they were good, yeah. Sound needed a little bit working out, but no, they were good, I enjoyed it. I had a good night.
I'd like to say, I think the Joneses caught the angst of the Smiths. They caught the angst that the Smiths we grew up with. The Smiths, the angst, they caught that and they got it. Yeah, the angst of, you know, the loneliness of being alone, the angst, you know. Stop laughing at me!
Well, I think you've got enough gear, haven't you?
Got a lot.
You've got enough stuff for a documentary.
How would you rate tonight?
Tonight,
Fail and learn, isn't it?
it tested our steel as a band that have been practicing really hard, and we just kept pulling it together, didn't we?
Yeah, we kept putting it together. Fail and learn. I think the first part, I think I'm quite happy about the fact that we pulled it through in spite of all the odds against us.
We kept on fun.
Yeah.
I still had a lot of fun.
And the second half of the set was really great. People reacting, good crowd engagement.
I think I was singing a bit raw because I couldn't hear myself properly.
But
that's my new
view,
singing is getting.
in Pauline's view, we were the best she'd ever seen.
Oh really?
I mean, in our view, we are very judgmental because we know what we're capable of, but people who saw us before, you know, find us refined versus the rough version that we delivered. So even if we were loose, even if there were loose ends, you progressed. I progressed.
Yeah,
we had a really good drummer with us.
I don't doubt we're improving. Absolutely.
And we should take it as it is.
I agree. I know it's over. Oh, mother. That's the biggest fall I could possibly make is to get on stage and fail. So I went to meet a tutor and asked him if I could sing like Morrissey from the Smiths, and at £35 an hour he said, of course you can.
Oh well, enough said. I know it's over, still I cling. I don't know where else I can go. Oh mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head. See, the sea wants to take me, the knife wants to slit me. Do you think you can help me? Sad veiled bride, please be happy. Handsome groom, give her room.